We are at Fort Stewart.
Fort Stewart, 3rd Infantry Division Museum.
Yeah,
Rock of the Marne is their slogan.
it's a pretty big base compared to some of them that we've been on lately.
Yeah, it's definitely got some activity going on. I think they do some real Army training here.
And this should be a pretty cool museum. I'm excited to see what's inside.
Yeah, it should be pretty neat. So the 3rd Infantry Museum is actually also located at Hunter Army Airfield, not far from here. So we decided to take a drive over to the main Fort Stewart base and check out the museum. They got more stuff here. There's a lot more soldiers over here than over at the Hunter Army Airfield.
There definitely is.
But pretty neat. So I'm interested to learn some stuff about the 3rd Infantry Division because I was never stationed with them. I don't know a lot about their history.
I'll be learning a lot today.
I will as well. So let's get in there and get started.
Okay.
So what do we have here?
Check out this really cool fire truck.
Oh wow, look at that. It seems to be in pretty good shape.
It's in fantastic shape.
A lot better shape than the one at Otter Creek.
Well, that's not even in Otter Creek anymore.
That's true. Yeah, this thing don't have an ounce of rust on it. Of course, it's in an air-conditioned museum where it's air-controlled, but
And it's been fully restored.
it's been fully restored. So
But
maybe
just-
these are unfair comparisons.
It's just gorgeous.
It
Well,
is pretty.
that's the difference of taking care of something and not taking care of something.
Correct. A 1941 Ford fire truck.
I like the color of it.
Yeah, I like the Audie green. It's really neat. They got some paintings on the wall. I really like this one. This is one of my favorites.
Are you going to take it home?
This battle scene here. Really neat.
You can't take it with you, though. Sorry.
No, I don't want to take it with me. I don't have a place for it. Plus, we want other people to be able to share it. Some of the old pictures are really neat to see. These are pictures from the Vietnam War era. Camp Stewart Army Air Base, now known as Fort Stewart. Look at this fire suit.
It's a fire proximity suit. Also known as a silver bunker suit.
And here's like a wall mural. Firefighters at Hunter Field and Fort Stewart. Back in the day, these were used by scouts to observe enemy outposts to figure out where people were, and then they would run back and, you know, let the friendly troops know, you know, what they had set up, where it was, how many people were manning it, that kind of thing. So these were used for scout vehicles back in the day, World War II mostly. Pretty cool old weapons here.
They really are.
Some of the older things that they used.
These are neat over here. Personal items of Captain Jesse Wooldridge.
Purple Heart included.
Service medals. Cigarette case. That's pretty cool.
They've done a good job maintaining the history here, huh?
Absolutely.
Everything's in really good shape.
It's a really impressive museum. See this collection of pew-pews?
Yeah.
And a tank. M5 Stewart tank. I want to go take a ride in a tank.
That would be neat. 16 tons. I bet that uses a lot of fuel.
Have you ever been in a tank?
No. I've been on them. 1st Cav Division, Fort Hood has a 4-mile row of tanks, nothing but tanks. But the strikers kind of took the replacement of the tanks, a lot of them. But I've been on them, but I haven't ridden in them. I've had opportunities to ride in them, I just didn't. During the Gulf War, tanks were all over the place. I could have asked somebody, hey, you want to give me a ride in your tank? I like these live battle scenes that look real. This is neat. Invasion of Italy, Operation Avalanche. Pretty realistic.
It really is.
Going over his map. And here we have some German uniforms of the day. Oh yeah, Audie Murphy. He was America's most decorated soldier. The enlisted people go to a promotion board, and if they're really good, they get nominated to go to the Audie Murphy board. And it's a prestigious award that you can win if you win the Audie Murphy board. It actually goes in your records packet, and it can help you get promoted. If you are a member of the Audie Murphy Club, you stand out against your peers.
You know, he tried to enlist in the Marines and the paratroopers, but was rejected because of his height and low weight.
Oh, wow.
And originally the Army rejected him as underage because of his boyish looks, but with his birth certificate he was able to prove his age and join.
But yet he is the most decorated soldier.
I guess it. I
So
guess he
size
was.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess he was meant to be in the Army.
Right. Now we're moving, transitioning to the Korean War from World War II. I like these realistic battle scenes that they have. It looks pretty neat.
Yeah.
50 cal sniper rifle. Well, this is a sniper. You see how they camouflage their weapons so it can't be picked up from an enemy sniper. So they wrap it in burlap, they wrap it in, whatever they can do to help camouflage it.
I like how they even did the glass so you can bend down and get the real
Yeah, so it's real hard to see him through that camouflage.
look.
U.S. intelligence. Chinese Type 53 machine gun. Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm. Yeah, I was there for both of those. These are the camouflage over that you put over your uniform. You can see here your regular uniform, and then when it turns night, you put this on because it's more camouflaging at night. So that's what that is. As we get into more recent things like Desert Storm and stuff, I can kind of talk to them. But 3rd Infantry Division in World War II, I really didn't know a lot about what they do. Here's a colonel. Looks like he's with the 101st Airborne Division, which I know a little about that too.
Put it this way, the war restart the battle, his company was full, 250 men plus off. He had 14 hours, he had 15 minutes.
This looks like an armored personnel carrier tank. And yes, correct. This is used to carry troops. I don't know how many people you can get in there, but you can probably get a dozen people in there. Global War on Terrorism. I was also part of that campaign as well.
That does all the back and forward one, past located by Major General Brown, division commander at the time. His predecessor was promoted, and at the end of the war, Hershey came down and says,
Getting into more urban warfare here.
2 million American soldiers wanted
And you can see the transitions of the uniform, the woodland uniform for wooded areas and then the desert camouflage. And then they later went to a newer 3D computer generated uniform that was supposed to be good in all types of climates.
and 3 strikes has to be
There you have it.
The other one is your part of the offensive operation. Now, part of the reserve, we don't really see much use, but we are part of 3.
Operation Enduring Freedom.
Same at some
And also part of that campaign as well. I was involved in all 3 campaigns. The Infantry Division at Fort Stewart. I was just reading that the 3rd Infantry Division, which is a mechanized division, they did 4 tours in Iraq. I did not know that. That's a lot. I was involved with the 1st Cav Division, Desert Storm, and then I was involved with the 101st Airborne Division during the Iraq War. 1st Ranger Battalion. Now these are your elite fighting forces for the Army, your Ranger battalions. They are considered to be the best of the best.
You like them berets?
Oh, I love the berets. I think they're so cool. The Rangers used to wear a black beret. Then when they started issuing the black berets to the general population of the Army, then they had to change their colors and they went to the sand-colored beret. And I think they still have that sand color today. I'm not really for sure on that. I don't know if they switched them back to black. And then the Special Forces, which is another elite fighting group with a more technical emphasis because they're specialized MOSs with weapon systems primarily. They wear the green berets, known as the Green Berets. 5th Special Forces Group is, I don't know where they are today. They used to be at Fort Campbell, I believe. But the Army's always changing things up. Pretty neat. Mobilizing for Korea. Prisoner of war camps. There's a Camp Stewart flag.
Wow.
So I've never seen one of these before, but this is a Sperry searchlight. In the early years it was used for searching for airplanes. A large number of African American AAA units were trained at Camp Stewart.
Do you know at its peak during that time there was 50,000 people housed here?
Oh wow, it was a huge base then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat. And then women also served. The Women's Army Auxiliary Corps.
Wow, that's a large group of ladies there. Looks like it was hard to fit them all in the picture.
Yeah. So in this room here they have scale models of all these old tanks. I thought some of the old veterans might like to see some of these. So I'll just pan through these real quickly. So they have little cards here that tell you about them. So you should be able to hit pause and be able to read these cards. That's the intent. But there's also a lot of glare in this room, so there's a lot of these. This room with all these tanks, they call this the Thunder Run. And they do have a video, but it's like 30 minutes long. So this is still right outside the Fort Stewart Museum out in the parking lot. They have these. This looks like an Apache, but it's kind of throwing me off because it has the two propellers, but it has the narrow fuselage like an Apache. But I thought the Apache had 4 blades. So not really sure on this. It's not marked. Pretty neat nonetheless. Neat little gunship on it.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I wish they had little placards for these.
I'm surprised they don't.
kind of resembles the armored personnel carrier, but I think it's smaller. So I don't think that's what it is. But I'm sure some of the viewers know what this is. It's a tank, I know that. We're pretty outside today. We've been on some sleepy bases that don't seem to have a whole lot going on, but this one's got some stuff going on for sure.
It definitely does. Want to cut a...
Home of the 3rd Infantry Division, mechanized. Another tank. Once again, I don't know what kind. It's a smaller one. Looks like it's got a 50 cal mount up on the turret. 3rd Infantry Division. I never had the pleasure of serving with the 3rd Infantry Division, so I don't really know a whole lot about their history, just what I read in the museum. I believe this to be a howitzer. These are towed by a vehicle and then quickly set up. Pretty neat. You gonna fire off a round?
Yeah, you ready?
I'm ready. You got your hearing protection in?
I don't.
Boom. That water tower is pretty neat.